It'd be actually pretty cool, man, if I could squat, back squat, 365, like routine. Like right now, like let's say for example, I could load up 225, right? For example, squat down, hang out for 3, 4, 5 seconds, whatever, and stand it up. Maybe that's a little bit routine. Maybe that's a little bit routine. Okay, so 365, right? 365. Let's say I could just load up 365, squat down, stand up, squat down, hang out for a second or two, stand up, and then boom, re-rack it. That's not a max, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, that's my max 2-rep PR type stuff. That's just routine. You know what I'm saying? So like, okay, so what can I do right now? Right now I could probably get up underneath, I'd probably say 275 like that. What I just described to you, as far as like, I wish I could do 365 like that. I could probably do 275 in the manner that I just described, how I wish I can do 365. So 275, I could unrack it, lower myself down into the bottom of the squat, hang out, have a snack, go use the restroom real quick, do a couple posts on Instagram, and then stand up, re-rack it, squat down again, call up a few friends of mine, kick it, maybe go out drinking, stand it back up, and then re-rack it. So right, yeah, 275, I can definitely do that. But man, 365, bro, just keep slowly adding weight every week, because I mean, if you're not slowly adding weight every week, whether that's 5 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever, even if it's 2.5 pounds, if you're not adding weight, continuing to like challenge yourself, then you're never gonna lift more weights. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you got a new max, but then you didn't increase your 5-rep working weights, your percentages. Like, you're not working off percentages maybe, or maybe you're not strictly working off percentages, and so you're just you almost get stuck lifting the same weights every week. Maybe that's what it is, bro. I'm lifting the same weights every week. I go through each one of my days thinking about weightlifting all the time, basically. It's like, obviously, yeah, I have a family and they're massively important. Don't get it twisted, but I'm a dad, a husband, a filmmaker. But after all that, the thing I have to personally be successful in is currently weightlifting. It's just a passion of mine. I think everyone should have a passion, something that kind of satisfies their inner desire. When I take a look around and spot someone, for example, who's depressed, or someone who's always complaining about other people and what other people are doing, what they're not doing, a resounding similarity between these individuals is that they don't really have anything they're passionate about. So they tend to kind of just sit around and talk about how much other people that they see either around them or on social media, and what they're failing at or what they're not doing. So I tend to go about my day focused on my own personal goals and my own passions. It's always been kind of a way that I've kept sane and mentally fit, resilient against any bad day I may come across for the most part. And since weightlifting is so mentally and physically demanding, it really leaves me with very little time to, I guess, judge other people that I see around me. I still have those moments, don't get me wrong, but it definitely limits those negative moments in time that I have to be mainly focused on what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. I mean, just that alone, all by itself, kind of makes it really difficult to put others down when you can analyze your weaknesses or areas you need improvement on. There's kind of no room at that point to even come close to pointing out weaknesses in others. If I add 2.5 pounds every single week on each side of the barbell, that would mean that every month I would be increasing every lift by 10 pounds. That's doable, man. Especially since looking back at the last sequence that y'all just took a look at right now, I thought that 275 back squat, or should I say pause back squat, I thought that it was a 275 when I just literally looked back into the footage and did 325 like pause squat like nothing, which is actually pretty interesting, man. It's interesting to me that I thought that 275 was my like max back pause squat. That just means I don't give myself enough credit. As a matter of fact, right now I just filmed an event. If you guys didn't know, I do videography, filmmaking, documentary filmmaking, event photography, videography. That's what I do in my, that's my profession. And right now I'm at one of these hotels here on the island of Guam. I just finished filming a charity ball. This charity ball is for a local hospital. So as you can imagine, since it's for nurses, nurse practitioners, doctors, etc. I mean, even the governor and like a whole bunch of senators were here and everything like that. As you can imagine, there are a bunch of old people here, old as fuck. And so as I'm walking around, grabbing photos, taking videos of these various individuals that were at this event tonight, it just got me to thinking, bro, like, I'm actually not old. I just had a birthday yesterday, by the way. I'm 42. The way I see it now is every time you get older, you just think like, wow, like I'm old. And all it takes is for you to just attend an event like this, or hang out with maybe your grandparents or your great grandparents if you're lucky enough to have them around as well. And that'll make you realize really quick that you are not old. I was watching these old dudes just sit around. They were sitting on the couch just kind of waiting for their wives to come out or whatever. And they got, dude had his cane like just chilling. He had one of those like those canes with like the 4 legs on it that could stand up on their own. He had one of them just chilling, waiting. He was talking to his homeboy. Like I could tell he could barely see because he was like trying to look at me like, I'm like, okay, I'm definitely not old. Like I still got it, which makes me think like, the fact that I'm doing this Olympic weightlifting and I'm showing you guys, showcasing to you guys what I'm doing, and like at some points in time I think like I'm weak or I'm not strong enough, etc. I'm young. So if you are watching this and you're 45, 46, 47, just go hang out with like a 79-year-old. And then after you hang out with that 79-year-old for a little bit, go back home, go to the bathroom, look in the mirror, and try telling yourself, I'm old.
Once again, we'd like to welcome everyone here to the Guam Memorial Hospital Volunteers Association Charity Ball, the annual charity ball. Welcoming you to the beautiful Dusitani. My name is Louise. I'm their entertainer for the content.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce the Governor of Guam, Lou Leon Guerrero. Thank you, Governor Lou, for all the time you have spent with our ladies.
The association does wonderful work. Anybody can be a volunteer at the hospital. This support from all of you out here tonight, it's kind of a great vantage point up here to see everybody.